You know, most retail stores are always trying to figure out how much more they can charge you for something. But Costco? They built a massive, nearly $500 billion empire by asking the complete opposite question: how little can we possibly charge? So let's get into it. We're going to break down how their entire success comes from flipping conventional wisdom on its head. It's all about rock-solid value, not crazy profit margins.
And you know, the best way to understand this focus on value isn't through some boring corporate mission statement. Nope, it all starts with something way simpler, something powerful. It all starts with their hot dog.
Yeah, this quote is absolutely legendary. The story goes that when the new CEO suggested maybe, just maybe, it was time to raise the price of the hot dog, co-founder Jim Senegal apparently told him exactly this. See, for Senegal, it was never just about the money. That hot dog was a symbol, a non-negotiable promise they made to their customers.
And get this, they've kept that promise. It's been the price for the hot dog and soda combo since 1985. We're talking nearly 4 decades. This isn't an accident. It's a deliberate, very public statement that shouts where Costco's loyalty is. It's not with Wall Street, it's with its members.
Okay, but the hot dog is really just the tip of the iceberg, right? It's what you see on the surface. Underneath all that is a much, much deeper strategy. So let's pull back the curtain and look at the secret formula that makes this whole thing tick. It's called the inverted formula.
Now, this is the part you really got to get. Costco isn't a retail store that has a membership club on the side. No way. It's a membership club that just happens to sell products. That one little switch flips the entire retail model on its head. Think about it. They've already made their profit from your membership fee before you even grab a shopping cart.
And this chart, wow, it just lays it all out perfectly. Look at that. Roughly 2/3 of their entire net income comes straight from those membership fees. What does that mean? It means they can afford to sell you everything else, the TVs, the groceries, you name it, at or very, very close to what it actually costs them. It creates this value proposition that their competitors just can't touch.
And this is where the magic really happens. It creates this powerful self-reinforcing cycle, a flywheel really. It's simple. The crazy low prices attract more members, right? More members means they're selling a ton more stuff. That massive volume gives Costco incredible power to negotiate even better prices from suppliers. And what do those better prices do? You guessed it, they attract even more members. The wheel just keeps spinning faster and faster.
So, the big question is, how do they protect this amazing flywheel? I mean, it sounds simple, but it's hard to maintain. Well, they do it with 2 key strategies. But here's the crazy part. They're actually limitations. They've figured out how to turn what looks like a constraint into their greatest strengths.
First up, a hard, non-negotiable cap on their markup. No item in the store can be marked up more than 14%, period. Now, to put that in perspective, your typical retailer is aiming for, what, 25, 30, even 50% markup. Costco puts a ceiling on it. And that one rule builds this incredible amount of trust. As a customer, you just know you're not getting ripped off.
All right, their second secret weapon is a ridiculously disciplined product selection. I mean, think about it. A typical supermarket has, 30, 40,000 different items. Costco has about 4,000. And again, this sounds like a weakness, right? But it's actually a weapon. When you carry fewer items, it means you buy every single one of those items in absolutely massive quantities.
I mean, just look at this comparison. Their main competitors like Sam's Club or BJ's, they carry almost twice as many products. By focusing all that buying power on a smaller, carefully curated selection, Costco basically guarantees that every single thing they put on the floor is going to be a high-volume, fast-selling winner.
Okay, we've talked about the membership, we've talked about the low markup, but maybe Costco's most powerful weapon of all, the thing that locks in customer loyalty like nothing else, is their own in-house brand. Yep, we're entering the kingdom of Kirkland.
So back in 1995, Jim Senegal laid down the law for Kirkland. The rule was simple, and it was totally non-negotiable. Here it is. The quality has to be just as good, or even better, than the top national brand. And the price? It has to be at least 20% cheaper. No ifs, ands, or buts.
And the result of that simple rule? It's mind-blowing. Kirkland Signature brings in an estimated $80 billion in sales every year. Let me put that into perspective for you. If Kirkland were its own separate company, it would be one of the biggest consumer goods companies in the entire world. Okay, so we've seen the formula, right? It's brilliant. But how does that actually translate into market dominance today? And maybe more importantly, how is Costco taking this playbook and getting ready for the future?
Well, first off, let's just talk about pure dominance. This chart, it pretty much says everything you need to know. Costco isn't just leading the warehouse club market, they're lapping the competition. Their revenue is more than 3 times bigger than their closest rival, Sam's Club. It's not even a close race.
And this little snapshot really drives home that strategic discipline we were talking about. You look at their competitors and they seem to offer more flexibility. They take all the major credit cards, for example. But with Costco, every single one of those so-called limitations is completely deliberate. The fact they only take Visa, that's not an accident. It's part of a ruthless cost control strategy that lets them negotiate lower fees. And guess what? They pass those savings right back to you, the member.
And make no mistake, they are not just sitting back and enjoying the success. They are pushing forward hard. They're expanding aggressively all over the world with a huge focus on places like China. Their e-commerce business is growing by double digits, and they're diving deep into tech, using things like AI to make their logistics, which are already world-class, even more efficient.
So, this all brings us to one final, really crucial question. The Costco strategy is, at its heart, incredibly simple. Sell great stuff, sell it cheap, and do it for loyal members. But if it's that simple, why has nobody else been able to really copy it? The real secret, the magic ingredient, isn't the formula on paper. It's the iron-willed 40-year discipline to never, ever, ever compromise on that value promise.